Hey guys, what's going on? So welcome back to the channel. Different kind of video today. So we'll be going through the World Championship, which is literally this weekend. Can you believe it? It's been a whole year since the last one, and I'm so stoked to see what happens. Um, Obviously, there's a different format for this event. So today we'll be going through the best decks to use or the best decks to expect at the World Championship, and the best decks to use at your World Championship celebration event. So we got 5 picks today. So I'll be going through with you some deck lists, some ideas, and yeah, so it's going to be pretty fun. Can't wait to watch the event on Twitch on live stream. It's going to be absolutely insane. Some really top players in there, so yeah, it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to get straight into the first deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like if you enjoy this type of content, and subscribe if you're new. So yeah, let's get straight into the first deck profile. Okay, for the first deck profile, before we start it, apologise for the display. I didn't realise my computer would throw it out like this. However, I'm sure you guys can make out the cards. And in front of us we have Trickstar. So Trickstar in the OCG has Candine at 2 and Reincarnation at 1. However, the deck is still very consistent and very strong. 3 light stage, you can play 3 extravagance and even main deck Super Poly. Yeah, so the deck is very strong. If you're going into a celebration event this weekend or the next weekend, I would keep an eye out for this deck and be prepared, because it is still a bit of a pain to deal with the burn damage going into time. I'm very familiar with Trickstar myself. I used to play Trickstar a lot, and yeah, if you can't handle the deck, if you haven't got the right answers at the right times, Trickstar can overwhelm you with the damage output and the resource it can gather. So yeah, so be prepared for Trickstar. I wouldn't be surprised if it did well this event. But it'd be really interesting to see what other decks can, sort of counter this strategy, because it is still legal and it's still a pretty good strategy. So in front of you, got deck lists here. You can side deck things like Spectre Border. You can main deck a lot of traps. So the engine, it's just a 1-card engine. It's really consistent with the likes of Extravagance to assist as well. So obviously it can use Phantasme and hand trap. So yeah, it's a very strong deck, and I would not take this deck lightly and expect to see it and be prepared. So yeah, so number 1, Trickstar. Also, this is no particular order. I just want to show you guys some decent decks that you can expect to see at these events. So yes, Trickstar is definitely in the mix here, so be prepared. Okay, next, and the most anticipated deck for the tournament, that is of course Salamangreat. Okay, so Gazelle is at 1 for this event, so I mean Circles at 3. We got Silent Mining at 3. Some really good cards at 3 that can really take this deck to the next level. I think this deck is a massive contender for the actual title itself. I do believe the top 4 will include multiple Salamangreats, and I would not be surprised if this deck wins the World Championship, because that even with 1 Gazelle, I still feel like it's very consistent. In front of you, we've got a deck list that a friend of mine built. So it's main deck in 2 Raw, 2 Rage. That's an option, of course. Main deck in 3 Mining for more consistency, and of course the hand trap. So I'm not going to go over the Salamangreat deck too much, because actually everyone should be familiar with it. An interesting choice, 2 Backup Secretary. So Backup Secretary is actually really good. So in tangent with the Flame Buffalo, it can always make that a second effect live to draw 2 cards. So yeah, so a really good strong deck. I would not be surprised if this deck would win the World Championship. And of course, if you're going into a celebration event, be prepared to play a lot of Salads, because it will be everywhere. People will, soon as Circles back at 3 in this list, so people want to jump on that, dig out their Salamangreat cards, because I'm sure they haven't touched since the ban list dropped in here in TCG. So yeah, expect a lot of Salads. Be prepared. Keep your Super Polys in a side deck, your Pankratops, your Twin Twisters. So yeah, be prepared for Salads. It's going to be everywhere, and a really good deck, and a good contender for the World Championship itself. So yeah, so a pretty standard build. So yeah, to Salamangreat, not much to say. It's a good deck. Be prepared. Okay, next, Sky Striker, another huge contender for the title itself. We've seen numerous times this season Sky Striker coming back after being hit on the ban list and doing really well. So in this list, we have an OCG sort of hit on it with the 2 engage, 2 Widow Anchor. However, it's very consistent. This is another list a friend of mine built for me, and going through it, the option to play three foolish is interesting. Um, so getting more spells in grave is really important for the mirror match. So the more spells in grave you have, the more control you have of the game, because your Shizuka's a lot more stronger, and you can just access your cards a lot quicker. So three foolish is a good option. I'll put it in multiples as well. You can send it off the multi-roll, send it off the area 0. So yeah, it's really interesting. So you could even main that Pankratops if you were that scared of backward decks, and the Pankratops is insane this format as well. So yes, Sky Striker, not a lot to say. It's a really good contender. Obviously using double or nothing strategy, you can OTK one swing. And yeah, so if you go to a celebration event, again, be prepared for Sky Striker because it's going to be there. And yeah, so another good contender. It's going to be interesting to see how all these decks, battling each other. It's going to be so interesting to see who takes that number 1 spot. And Sky Striker, I'm sure, will be up there. And a very good deck. So be prepared to see this at the event and at your celebration events too. Okay, so next, I think this deck is definitely in contention and it's definitely worth a mention, and that is Guru Control or Subterra. So Subterra has been popping up a lot recently, and that is no coincidence because the deck is very strong. It's a good, very good rogue option for this format and for this event specifically, due to no hits to the deck. It's solid, so solid deck. So you play hand traps. Obviously, the Guru one card engine to get in the Hidden City. Sorry, the Hidden City to get in the Guru. The only really hit is Terraforming to 1, but that's minor because you can back that deck out with Extravagance, Duality, and even Super Poly as well. So this deck is very strong. I would not be surprised to see this deck at the World Championship itself, and I would not take this deck lightly. So be prepared at your celebration events if you're attending. Back row hate, you need that Twin Twist. You need those Twin Twisters. You need those evenly matched. So yeah, even Pankratops could do a job as well against this deck. So yeah, so be prepared. Subterra Guru or Guru Control, however you want to call it, is a very good deck. Having that in archetype hand trap as well, very useful. So yeah, be prepared. Guru is not a deck that is taken lightly. So yeah, so Guru, really solid deck for the event, and I would not be surprised if it did well. So be prepared for Subterra Guru. Okay, so last but definitely not least, Thunder Dragon. So Thunder Dragon, everyone knows Thunder Dragon has been a strong combo deck that can really go off. And this format for this event, it can do stuff. So in front of you here is a kind of weird deck. However, you can main Armageddon Knight and the Batchman Solar. However, this is more of like a Dragon turbo deck. So got your Crusader engine, got your Thunder Dragon engine, and a lot of Dragon extenders. Main deck in hand traps as well, which I think the deck can do. If you wanted to take the option and take the hand traps out and put more normal summons in, that's completely fine. I feel like in the mirror match, if you encounter a mirror match and you have a hand trap, you can stop that key vital point in the combo that can really shut your opponent down, and then you can just go off with your own combo. So I think there is an option to play hand traps in the deck, and this deck has been absolutely phenomenal over the WCQ season, even national season, and hell, even the regional season. The deck has been absolutely phenomenal, dominating the top events, and always being in the top cut. So, of course, for this event, Eclipse Wyvern's legal. We've got three of the baby dragons, 3 serpent, and 3 Eclipse Wyvern. So this deck is going to do fantastic, without a doubt. Again, be prepared. And if you wanted to play Thunder, it can win the event. So many good decks, so many good players in the event. It's going to be absolutely insane. Let me know what you guys think of this sort of content. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new. And I'm going to wrap things up with this deck list because it is a deck that can really do well this event. So be prepared. And yeah, so the Guard Dragon stuff is insane too. And yeah, so I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back within a week for another video. So subscribe if you're new, stay posted on Twitter, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching and take care.